Om Shanti. Good morning. All right. Can listen? No? Okay. Om Shanti. Good morning. Yoga is Brahman's life. And so Baba says Brahman means a yogi. Yogi is the one who constantly connected with God. The intellect, the mind is constantly connected with God. If my mind is connected with God, it means God's powers, God's love, God's qualities, God's divinity flows inside my being. And so I, the soul, become divine. So yoga basically is to bring in God's quality in self. Yoga basically means to bring in all the God's powers in me, in the self, so as to bring the transformation in our sanskaras. So the yoga, why do we have yoga? Is to bring in that transformation in our sanskaras, to change the way our behavior, change the way we think, to change the way we used to, do things. But to have to be Yogi-Yukt. Yogi-Yukt means to be a natural yogi. Many times what happens is we do yoga, like I'm sitting in yoga. As long as I'm in yoga, very good. I have good experience being with Baba, soul conscious. Very nice, very nice. I'm sitting in bhakti, very good. But as soon as I finish my class, my yoga, I go back to my normal life, then I have grudge, I have attachment, I'm angry, I shout at people, like all that negativity comes into my being. So then this is not Yogi-Yukt. You see, this is not a natural yoga. So for 1 hour I sat, very good meditation, very good experience. And as soon as I finish this meditation, I go out, I see people, oh, this person did this to me, this person behaved this way, this is not good. Then I get angry, I shout. So it is such a contrast. So what I did in 1 hour meditation, and just immediately after 5-10 minutes when I go back to my work, why such big change? It means when I sit in meditation, what was my consciousness? And when I go back to my normal routine life, why there is a change? Why do I not have that peace? Why do I don't remember I'm a peaceful being? Why do I don't remember that I'm God's child? I'm a benefactor. Whatever the experience I have in my meditation, why does that not continue even when I'm in work, when I'm in my normal routine life, when I'm interacting with people? And so Baba says, because I am not Rajyukt. Rajyukt means the one who understands the secret of the cycle, of drama, of karma, or secret of every situation, what's happening, secret of every individual's behavior. If somebody is behaving in a way that I think is not right, I think that the person is doing wrong. So, and I feel that person is doing wrong, but I have negative thinking. But that person is not thinking negative. Maybe for that person it is so natural. But then I start thinking so negative about that person, and then my time is wasted. So the impression I take from that person, impression I take from the way the person acts, the impression I take from the way the person behaves is negative. So it means there are many impressions that I've created in my mind which are negative. And these negative impressions does not allow me to have good yoga. So this is a big time waste. Many times we say, time, I don't get time. So this is how we are wasting time, taking negative impressions from people. And this not only I wasting my time, I'm wasting my thoughts. I'm wasting my valuable, moments of confluence age. As a result, I'm losing what the attainments that I have to get from Baba. And so I am in knowledge for a long time. I have been doing yoga for a long time. But then my stage happiness is not to that extent. So then we become very ritualistic Brahman. We come to Murli every day, we read Murli every day, meditation, seva, and all that. So it becomes like a ritual. It's not that I'm having that happiness. I feel that my stage is elevating. Because I don't understand the secret. If that person is doing Baba says, in the drama there is nothing like wrong. It's very interesting. In the drama there is nothing like wrong. In the drama there is nothing like mistake. Everything is so perfect. If that person is really doing a mistake, if I think it's a mistake, it's my mistake. Because that person is playing his role. That is his role for that time. That is his part for that time. That is his karma for that time. So where I don't understand, and that is his state of mind at that time. When I don't understand the secret, then I can't have good yoga, then I can't be yogi. So these are all connected with one another. Because then even if I sit in meditation, I start thinking about that person. Why did he do that? Why did she not do this? She shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done this. That stuff. So this is waste thinking. No? I'm sitting in front of Baba to have that attainment, to experience the beautiful powers of birth in confluence age, that we can live with God. That's a beautiful, way even to think my life is with God. I can share my life with God. But I'm losing all the joy of confluence age because I'm gathering these negative. And if I'm not, if I, to have that natural yoga, yoga, first point, I have to make my yoga very natural, to be Yukt-Yukti. This, like many times you would have heard Baba's story, Baba in Sakar. Baba used to talk, Baba used to play with children. Baba used to also visit kitchen. Baba used to sit when children used to, clean the grains and all, chop vegetables. So Baba also play badminton. You also, would have heard. But then his thought was with Baba. The yoga, the type of yoga Baba used to sit in meditation, he used to have good connection with Shiv Baba. And then when he used to be in the other activities, or when he had, many business, many things to do with yagya, then his mind was away from that. To look after 360, 370 people in the beginning was not an easy thing. So it was a big job, big responsibility. So while taking care of all the responsibility, and there was so much opposition from the society, facing all of that, it wasn't that his yoga was his cut away. So Baba used to, laugh. He used to also play carom and all that. But then his mind was with Baba. But when I play carom, when you play carom, when we play badminton, so our mind is totally extroverted. We forget Baba. We only remember Baba when we come to class or we remember Baba just before we start any task, like before eating food. But that that feeling to be with God is not consistent. Even when I see people, beautiful, peaceful, God's child. So somebody else's karma doesn't affect me because I'm yogi. I'm a natural yogi. The see my vision, my drishti would not go to somebody else's action or behavior, but rather I would see the point of light and being God's child. To be Yukt-Yukti, And talk to speak the truth, but I'm speaking in a very natural, but in a way that appeals a person. But many times people, Brahman, think to be Yukt means I can Yukt means something that it is so natural, I speak in a way that appeals, that the other person can accept it. Very soothing and appealing. The way I put things across, it appeals to them. One is that I speak straight. Well, I think I'm speaking truth, so why should I be? A state of mind of another person is so clean or so powerful or so, the frequency matches, because each one's state of mind differs in different times. And like even mother feed to 6 months baby, 6 years child, and a 60 years old person. Food, then the mother feeds the 6 months old baby is different from 6 years old boy and 60 years old man. The food has to be mashed, and then 6 months or 9 months or 1 year old child. So but then a 6 years old boy can eat normal food, and 60 years old man, he has to. So the food is present, the way we give to the child according to the body digestive system should be different. So each one's digestive system, the mind, the way the mind perceives, the way the person's state of mind is, many times it is different, even among Brahmins. So the way we put things across, the way we present things should be according to the person to whom I speak. The many times sorry. Many times we think, uh, you should you should you should speak things straight. I'm a straightforward person. Why people don't like me? Baba says we have to speak the truth, but if I speak the truth, people don't like me. So truth is a powerful thing. Truth is not everybody can digest. So I have to. It's not twist. I want to say, rather than being hurt. You know, so it's the same word, but I can just put it across in a different way. So Yukt-Yukti. And then I will be able to do that when I understand the person's state of mind. And if I'm not understand what is the state of another person, and so many times we all, by speaking truth straight, we have not good, not nice, not comfortable. So many times people think, like, why people can't take, truth. That all matters. So this is Yukt-Yukti. And so it is first, in the first place, we have to practice to be really a very nice, good, natural yogi. We should, next moment I'm different. I have to practice to have that consistency of my mind, my inner feelings. That's very important, because yoga means what you feel. Yoga means what you think and what you feel. And so the second thing is, if I have to be a yogi, a good yogi or yogi to be a natural, it's so important for me to have all relationship with Baba. Experience to take from God. And in the path of devotion, in path of bhakti, we should not have devotional relationship with, or bhakti sort of relationship with God, but then the spiritual relationship, like it's a family. It's very important. Like anything I remember, anything that happens to me, any situation I face, either good or bad, anything I lose, what is the first thing I remember? So who is the first, the mind goes to? Like if I'm attached to a person, happiness, good, bad, sorrow, pain, my mind immediately go to that person, human being, or if that person would be there, or, goes there. So this sort of attachment to human beings can pull my mind. My attachment with beings, like human, rather I would say human body, will take away from God. Though I sit in meditation, I think I'm a peaceful soul. I'm remembering I'm a soul, I'm a soul, I'm a soul. So this is just like a chanting. This is just like I'm, like it is in my mind. It is in my intellect. Intellectually, I'm trying to think I am a peaceful soul, I'm a soul, I'm a soul, I'm a point of light, but I don't feel it. Because in some human as my child, that's for sure. I'm, if I'm all the day, throughout the day, if I'm taking the help of my companion. If I'm with my companion, so he is going to take care of. I can't walk, yeah. My legs are very weak, but then I always have somebody to help me to walk, so I wouldn't have problem to walk. So God is with me. That feeling makes me so powerful. Never think I still have this weakness, I still have that weakness, then I can't, then I can't be Yukt-Yukti, and I can't, understand the secrets of drama or others' action. Because I am looking at my weaknesses, I'm looking at my negativity, and so I will also find that negativity in others. I feeling filled with only negative things. So that's not, I guess, is a right thing. And so Baba says, have all relationship with me. The God, the Supreme Being, Shiv Baba. And the third thing, very important, very, very important, desires. The mind, and this desire doesn't allow me to be Yogi-Yukt. And if I'm not Yogi-Yukt, again, I can't be Yukt-Yukt or I can't be Raj-Yukt. The one who understands the secrets. Like even she should be this way. He should not be doing that. Things should be this way. Desire. A desire is such that doesn't allow me to be focused. Desire is such that doesn't allow me to have the, like a contented, satisfied feeling. Desire will always have wandering, wavering mind. There's fluctuation in my mind. So I can't focus my mind. Pull me. So there are so many things happening backstage, back behind my mind. And so the focus, so that I'm into it and I'm receiving that beautiful, feeling of being with God, experiencing God's powers or love or peace or happiness, it's not possible. So I'm in Gyan for 30 years, 40 years, 20 years, but I'm peace. I'm thinking I'm a peaceful soul. I'm thinking Baba is peaceful, ocean of peace, but I'm not able to feel it. Because mind is not focused and mind is pulled here or there or there or there. Right thing. Baba always says, desires, there is impure desire, there is pure desire. If you want to be free from, but desire is not bad. But then the way I use desire is bad, wrong. Many times Baba says, ego is not bad. But then body is not bad. Baba says body consciousness is the root cause for all vices. But then body is very good. Without body, we can't move. Without it, it's such a beautiful instrument. This is such a good companion, body. Body is such a good companion, always with the soul, helps soul to perform actions, But then, and body will never leave the soul. Soul leaves the body. People say soul left the body, but body will never leave the soul. Body is always with the soul, till soul wants to leave the body. Such a good companion. But I, the soul, how I use the body is cause for all vices. And so, if I need to be free from desires, so that to allow my mind to stop wandering, it's so important that I create a pure desire. And it is desire that creates me. It's the desire that helps me to be with God also. So I have to kill the impure desire. Yeah. And because this is like a never-ending story. Desire is like a never-ending story. It goes on and on and on and on. In Ramayana, it is shown that Hanuman had a very long tail, and the tail used to extend and extend and extend. It used to become longer and longer. He can extend his tail as long as he wanted. So what is that tail? Nothing but desire. You see? So the desire is so long that goes on and on and on, never ending. And so unless and until I cut my mind, from these desires, I can't focus my mind. Many times Baba talks about this, to travel, and it was pitch dark in the night, and he saw a boat, and he got into the boat and asked the man to take. And he asked the boatsman, when will we reach the particular destination? He said, we have to go to this place. And the boatman said, reach that place in the morning, that shouldn't be a problem. So this man sat in the boat, and then he started rowing the boat whole night. He rowed and rowed. But in the morning, when and the traveler asked, you row the boat whole night, and the boat is, we came back to the place where we are. So why you said we will reach the destination in the morning? Then the boatman said, oh, I forgot to take away the anchor. Now they tie it to the anchor. So he forgot to lift the anchor. So we are also rowing the boat. We are also traveling. Yoga, bhakti, knowledge, that, this, Amrit Vela, service. We are rowing. But then I have not lifted my anchor. It's still tied to something, rather many things. And so I think I'm doing my effort, but then when I open my eyes and see, I'm still there. So desires. I've tied myself, my mind, to many things, many people, many issues, many things in the past, many my own ideas, And so let go of all that, let go. Then I will have a beautiful yoga with God. Such a sweet, such beautiful connection with God, and such nice feeling. That feeling stays with us all the time. I'm sleeping, I'm talking, but that feeling is there, being with God. And I can feel all the virtues of God, the powers, the divinity, all that God has, And then I become an easy and natural yogi. And this is the stage that we need to experience and the effort that we need to make. And now God has given us such a drama, has given us such a beautiful time. We can sit back and see within our being, where my ties are. And in which direction my mind is going. Or it goes every time. Then I can ask myself, why is it going? What is that I want? And if I behave in a particular way with the person, or if some person's, behavior or the words, even that the sight of that person irritates me or doesn't give me a good feeling, again I need to see myself, not to see that person or correct that person, to check in my being, why do I have such feeling for that person? I have to change my feelings. That's only possible when I'm Raj-Yukt, when I understand the secret. Then nothing irritates me, nothing affects me, because I am in a stage where, you know, where immune to things that's happening around me, because my mind is connected with one, and I'm constantly in flow. Like that, the flow of God's energy is so consistent and constant in my being, so my mind is not distracted. My mind is not attracted towards things. So my mind stops wandering. And if I'm free from these things, I'm a yogi. No attraction, no distraction, no wandering. Then I'm a yogi. Anything that distracts me, anything that attracts me, or my mind wanders, I'm not a yogi. I am trying to do yoga. I'm not a yogi. I'm not Yukt-Yukti. Being in that, in that feeling, being in that state of yoga, I'm not that, because that's such a natural thing, And so it's time for me to sit down and to see, check, because we have chosen this path to be a yogi. And if I'm not able to accomplish what I want to, the path I've chosen, if I'm there's no joy in life, there's no meaning in life, there's no, there's no purpose in what I'm doing. So check, and change is the slogan. Many times Dadi Gulzar. So I need to, rather than correcting others, rather than having this desire, this should change, this should happen, this shouldn't happen, let me go back. Change anything outside, it means I have to change from inside. When I bring in that change inside, automatically makes a big difference to me. Either things will change, or my perspective, my vision towards things will change. My inner being becomes so happy, so comfortable, so peaceful, and so satisfied. If you ask yourself, are you satisfied with the effort you're making? Are you satisfied with the type of yoga you have, the state of? And so, check and change is the slogan. Om Shanti. Any questions? Thing. Believing is one thing. When I believe it, like many times Baba talks about having a thought, but having determined thought. up Amrit Vela Amrit. I know the value of Amrit. Say for example, I know the value of Amrit Vela. I know I can beautifully deliver, the talk on the value of Amrit Vela. I want to wake up tomorrow I do, but every day I miss. Sometimes I wake up and I go back to bed. I know when I woke up, I know this is such a valuable time. Like in Sanskrit it is said Brahma Muhurat. Beautiful. Muhurat means like in human life, Muhurat, that particular time has a lot of importance. People see the time when they have to get married, see the time when the child is born, see the time to do something good, see the time for inaugurating something. That Muhurat, that particular time, auspicious moment. So Brahma Muhurat means it's an auspicious moment. I know that. I think every day. I have a thought, but I'm not determined. That faith, that conviction. And so it is in my intellect. I cannot translate it into my action. I know I'm wasting my time. I know it's in my intellect. But I'm not able to translate it into my action because I don't have that energy. Because energy means faith. Energy means determination. Thought is a seed. But where is the water? If you just sow a seed and don't water the seed, the seed will not germinate. So thought is the seed and the faith is the water. Yeah? Determination is like the sunshine. So if these things you don't provide to the seed, how will the seed grow? Yeah? So I know where am I wasting my time? No, but did I understand? Do I really have that faith? Do I really believe in what I do? So faith and believing, very important. Actually, Baba says, Baba has given a Shrimat. Shrimat is such a beautiful, meter, thermometer, rather I would say, for me to check. The way I think, Baba has given everything. Baba has said everything. And we also know Baba, although I have not met Brahma Baba, we know the story of Brahma Baba. We know the history of Brahma Baba. Even Brahma Baba, we know Dadis, we have seen Dadis, how they speak, how they, And no, let me just follow. If I have such thoughts, what Shrimat says, what Baba's Murali says. So that is where I can compare. Where I need something to, so this is something. Because we don't really give importance to Shrimat. Like knowledge, yoga, dharana, and seva are the 4 subjects. And the 5th subject is Shrimat. We always forget the 5th subject. The first thing that attracts to Brahman is seva. 7 days course, the 3rd day course, you jump into seva. It's so attractive because it's a game. Na? Children like to play games. Service is like a game, like a play. But dharana, shrimat, yoga, application of knowledge, we don't pay much attention to that. And people around us also, like take things, excuse me, accept, oh, 7 days course, such a new Baba's child doing a lot of service. So we start appreciating. And that child grows like that. The growth of the child is on the basis of praise, on the basis of, name, basis of fame, basis of this. But the actual the foundation of that child is not the deeper understanding of knowledge or deeper connection with God. 1 year child, doing a lot of service, doing a lot of organizing, a lot of lectures, a lot of this and a lot of that, helping in every way, we think this child is very good. We never ever think how deep that child has understood, that soul has understood the knowledge, how deep that soul has, established the relationship connection with God. And so what we see is, after some time, that soul either loses enthusiasm or leave the knowledge. And there are many souls, they like, Baba, they can't leave Baba because that soul has that, that has recognized God, recognizing God, but then that faith, that understanding, that deep relationship is not that much. More into service, more into, telling others. Then what happens is, whatever is in the intellect, we want to put outside. So I have a lot of Baba's knowledge in my intellect. So then what happens? I start correcting others. I wouldn't check. The knowledge is for me to imbibe. The knowledge is for me to correct myself. Because it's just an intellectual level, then I start correct others. You should not sit like that. You should not be doing this. So I correct you. What is in the intellect, I put outside. It is not going inside. And so many Brahmins, we try to correct each other. We try to check each other rather than checking selves. So that's only possible when I feel, when I believe, when I have the determination to bring in change in myself. Instead of thinking that the other person should change. That is so old Brahman. Look at the way, that is none of my business. I've come here to change myself. I've not come here to change anybody. I never even try to change anyone. That's not my purpose. I'm not here to change anyone. And I can't change anyone. I can inspire somebody. I can't change. And many times we are after people. Why don't you change? Why don't you? I've been telling you so many times. Baba tells you. I tell you. I waste so much of time. Even in our Lokik, like you're with your children, your family. We try to force them to follow things. No, I should just do myself. I should bring in that change, check myself. Yes. Yeah.
But they don't leave Baba. I think it's become a challenge for the Brahmin family. How we can help, because we cannot change them, as you say, but we can help them and inspire them. How?
Good wishes. Because people, those who have knowledge in their intellect, it's difficult to convince them, difficult to make that Brahman understand you're making a mistake. Because that Brahman knows every point of knowledge, can tell you better than you, but then that is not in the feeling, in the being. Like the one who wrote the recipe book, very good in writing recipe books, but never cooked. Something like that. I can tell you how to bake a cake. Fantastic. My recipe is mind blowing, but I never baked a cake so far. It's something like that. The person who bakes a cake may not know good recipe, but perfect in baking a cake. Cannot speak the recipe, but can cook a cake, bake a cake. So there's a difference in that. And so Baba says, whatever the change we expect from others, bring that in yourself. Like say, for example, you get angry very easily. And then I want to change you, to be very peaceful, not to shout, not to get irritated. So what is that I can do? You know that you should not get angry. So what can I do? One thing, I need to be very peaceful. I need to be very tolerant with you. I should not get irritated. So whatever the change I expect from you, if I bring that in my being all the time, very naturally, not to just impress you that I'm peaceful, I'm not, I'm not very tolerant just to impress you, but this is my natural thing. So then, and that gives you energy to change. And have good wishes. You are a peaceful soul. You are anyway peaceful soul. This anger, this irritation is not your thing, not your natural thing. So I believe in you that you are a soul anyway, isn't it? You are a peaceful soul. Baba says that. But Baba says, why don't I believe what Baba says? Why do I see you angry? Why don't I see you as a peaceful being and not get affected by your anger? Then you will very easily, it helps you to change. Because I believe you.
But being a Yogi, that means giving good wishes, that's fine. And also some Yuktis to handle them, because otherwise they will trap in the karmic account. As we said, when they get angry, if you get irritated, the karmic account is created. And also some passages that we should know the Sanskrit. So
Seek knowing, Yukt-Yukti means to understand people. If you're behaving in this way, if I have this situation, I know the secret behind it. I will not see you as an angry person. I understand the secret behind your behavior. Now you're behaving this way, that's not your real thing, that's your role. That's your state of mind. For now you're influenced by this, whatever. So now, then I will not be influenced by you. Because you got angry, I also got angry. You got angry, I get upset. So this will not affect me because I understand the Raz. Raz means the secret, why you're doing this. So then it's not going to affect me. Then I become Yukt-Yukti, means now I know how to handle it because I understood you. I understood the secret. I know how to handle you. If you're getting angry, then I become very loving, very peaceful. My form, I become an embodiment of the opposite of what you're doing. Like if there is fire, if I have to put off the fire, I have to be a water. I can't be fire also. So water means coolness. Then I become calm, relaxed, cool. So my coolness will have an influence on you. So this is Yukt-Yukti. I can't straight say, you're such a, like irritating person. You always get angry. You disturb people. This is true. He is disturbing people. He's getting angry. But then I can't tell that. That's not Yukt-Yukti. So,
So let us take no more questions.
Om Shanti. We have a minute of silence before we end.